What's going on today, Internet? Selfish here with Retrospect, and today we're going to go through that haunting little handset that you always see on AliExpress. That looks sort of like a Nintendo Switch, but not really. It's the X350. We're going to see if this thing is worth taking a look at. Yay, we're going to do a little unboxing here of the X350. Don't know who makes it. It's just one of those random handhelds you see all the time on AliExpress. You got Game Player here, which is pretty much what all of them say. We don't know a whole lot of information other than it has a 3.5-inch screen. This does not play PS1, so this is really an introductory handset we got going on here. Let's take a look. We got inside of our box here. Oh good, we have another set of these headphones that are knockoffs of Apple that I've got a million pairs of. We do have a USB-B cable, a USB mini cable. So that's fun. That'll be fun to charge with. My BlackBerry days are coming back to me. Alright, we got some instruction papers here. Does have an English side to it. It looks like it's going to have that operating system that kind of looks like PlayStation Vita. We'll see though once we get her going. And here she is. Let's get rid of this other crap. Ooh, now that is a plastic peel that just makes the hair stand up on the back of your head. Quickly, we'll do a quick I/O check here just to kind of go over everything. Looks like we have a speaker hole here on the back. 4 screws, yay. It does actually have the ergonomics of an Ambernick device, which is kind of interesting. On the top here, we do have a power switch. We do have a 3.5 hole for your headphones. We do have a micro SD hole. We do have a hole for that mini USB charger. Our volume is clicky, very clicky. And our shoulder buttons are clicky. We only have L and R. We don't have L2 and R2, which makes complete sense for a device that doesn't play PlayStation. So GBA hopefully will be on here and can take advantage of those. Nothing on the side or bottom here. On the front here, we have sliders, sort of. They're kind of grindy, but they're sliders. Start and select over here. We do have our D-pad. I mean, it's not the worst D-pad. I recently did a video with the worst D-pad, so I can't say this is the worst D-pad out there. And actually, it's not terrible. It's got some bounce to it. And our face buttons, which aren't too bad. They have a little bit of travel, not a lot. They are kind of tiny. But I think that this is a device made for smaller hands than mine. So let's see what we got going on here. Just so I suspected, this is the operating system that looks a lot like the Vita. So we've got nice little things here like an ebook reader. Dope. Didn't come with any books. That's too bad. I mean, I guess that folder there is going to be where we're going to find most of our games. Usually they're not even in the games folder. So we have video. You know, we're not even going to open any of these because I see there's a video in there, but we're going to leave that alone. Music, pictures, a calculator. Once again, not on an iPad, so, you know, they're doing better there already. Your calendar, so if you want to use this as your digital assistant, you've got everything you need here. You can read, you can get your calendar, and you can do your taxes with the calculator. Let's see what we got underneath the settings screen here real quick. We got power display, we got display, which will probably give us our backlight colors and timeouts, power saving, English, and let's see what's in advanced here. This firmware here was updated August 19th, 2022, so really brand new. Just kidding. Okay, we got users and defaults. Cool. Let's go back to the main page here. I'm assuming most of the games are going to be underneath this folder. That's usually where you find them on this operating system. So yeah, okay. But let's go to the games one real quick just to see if they're actually in there. Yeah, I mean, it's got a decent amount of them in here. Oh, I hate it when they do this with NES where it's in collections. How are you supposed to find anything? Like, how do you know what's in each collection? They're sort of in alphabetical order. We'll see if the last one here has Super Mario in it. It's back to B. So these are actually duplicated. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh my goodness, all of them start with the same games. I'm pretty positive this will play NES. So we're going to jump to, we'll do Super Famicom or Super NES for you people in the English-speaking world. We'll do maybe some GBA and actually, you know, we'll start with the MAME game just to kind of get her running. You know what I'm noticing is they don't have favorites or recently played on this build, which is interesting. So we're going to see if we can find my favorite game to try to break these things with, which is Neo Drift. For some reason, this usually causes every one of these systems to go to hell in a handbasket. Now, if you do want to use your menus, I believe it's probably start and select, guessing. Yep, so start and select will get you into here where you can save, load, all that kind of stuff. Restart is actually just start, and then return is returning to your game. We don't know what processor's in here. It doesn't tell us. It might be worth pulling apart just to take a look and see what we got going on. And see if we get some screen tearing. That's usually what happens with this game. I hope this is the go button. Nope. It's always one of the two. You never know until you try it. We're going to try this thing out. Oh yeah, screen tearing already. I don't know what it is about this game that just breaks these things, but it was definitely a little bit ahead of its time. I mean, nowadays graphics, not so much, but when this came out, this was a lot of moving parts moving pretty fast. So it really kind of threw off the graphics. Whee! I can't at all see where I'm going because the screen keeps splitting up on me. Cool, let's go on to the next one. That was a little Neo Geo through the MAME emulator on here. That's an interesting start. All right, we'll go to Super Famicom. Not my favorite Contra game, but we're going to give it a shot just so I can test out the D-pad here more than anything else. I'm assuming it's not going to roll because, like, yeah, I can't even... Oh, maybe. Oh, a little bit. It's not too bad. Just because it's so small, it'd be kind of hard to roll it. All I'm trying to do is stand up and move the D-pad around and keep getting smoked. I mean, it seems like that it plays this just fine. Let's try another Super Famicom game just real quick, just to see. Not a game thing. Stupid speakers on the back. I hate it when they put speakers on the back. All right, we're going to try to Mortal Kombat and just see what the hell this is all about. I feel like I always get this guy first, and he always kicks my ass. Unlike Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat really doesn't have any give. It just, you get your ass kicked, and that's it. I'm not really seeing the screen tearing that I thought I was going to see, though. Like I said, there's just that one game that's on MAME or Neo Geo that really just kills every handheld. It's fine on the Odin, but... Alright, well that looks decent. So there's a scale screen. What does that look like? Okay. What's the original screen on this one look like on this handset? So this is kind of at least nicer than one of the devices I did recently. They took this part of the menu out. Oh, that's what it looks like. Well, we'll find out when we get in the next game. Yeah, we'll do Mega Drive and then a GBA game. Okay, so this is the original screen for this. And then our option is to blow it back up again. And unfortunately, the original screen is so small. I don't usually like to stretch screens, but the original screen is so small, you almost have to on here. Where'd it go? It's like the Elon Musk flamethrower we got going on here from the Boring Company. So this is running at normal speed. This is alright. Well, what was I supposed to do there? That's stupid. I've actually never played this version of this game before, so I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, well, it's Mega Drive. That looks pretty good. And we'll throw one up on Game Boy Advance here real quick. That's too bad there's no Super Mario on here. These games are repeated. So if you see that one right there that's added, that means it's a repeat game. So this is the same game in there twice. Huh, they must really want us to play it. And actually, now I'm seeing that that's going all the way up the list, so... I don't know if they advertised like 3,000 games or something on here, but just so you understand, that doesn't mean that there's 3,000 games, because a lot of them might be duplicated. Pretty common practice in this, but that's okay. You can load your own games on here. That's the advantage of having the memory card slot. Maybe load up an English copy as well. I always hated these little dog things when I was a kid. They're creeping me out. They didn't like scare me. I just thought they were weird. Get off of me! I can't remember how to go down. That's what she said. See, these guys are way easier than the stupid little dog things. I'd say this is working pretty well. I mean, you really can't beat it for the money. For these things usually go for about 20, 25 bucks. You're getting a lot here for that amount of money, especially if you're going to use the ROMs that are on here. They're not great. They're repeated, but if you don't want to take the time to go collect them, I mean, people will pay more than that for a ROM pack, right? So I think that there's a little bit of value in that. It's not the greatest device that's out there, but also I think we're a little spoiled these days because we're seeing some really good handhelds, and some of them are very affordable. Would I recommend spending, you know, double the money, spend 50 bucks or so and get a much better handset? Absolutely. Or spend the 70 or 75 it's going to be for the Ambernic RG35XXH. That might be, other than the fact that it has, what, 7 syllables in the name, that might be the right option for this style handset if you wanted a horizontal handset. You're obviously going to get better triggers and buttons than this has. And actually everything's built the opposite, so it would be, you'd be playing it like this, really. All right, let's do a quick conclusion. So who do I think this device is for? I mean, for the value that you'd get in this for a child or somebody who's just getting into emulation that doesn't want to spend any money because they're not sure if they're going to like it or not, this is a fine device for that, especially handheld emulation. You're actually getting a lot here for $20 to $25, to be fair. I know we're getting a little bit spoiled in this space. This works pretty well. It doesn't play PS1. It doesn't really need to. I think they made a good choice here by not adding extra triggers because they're not going to need those for anything under PS1. So that just put it in a waste, and a lot of manufacturers will waste that space and put those on there and make people feel good about the device because it looks like it's more premium, but they're not usable. So I think there was a good design choice on this device. So I would say it's for a beginner or a child. These sliders are absolutely terrible, but none of these games really need them. So you're going to be fine with just using the D-pad and the buttons. This D-pad could be worse. I've played with much worse, so it's not great. It's small, it's a little jagged, but it's not terrible. It's pretty responsive for what it is, and these face buttons are fine. I don't like the fact that it uses a USB mini charger that you can just tell this device was made a long time ago, or the board that's in here was made a long time ago, and we don't have any information on process or anything like that, so I might end up tearing this thing apart. But yeah, that's all I got for you today. I just wanted to take a quick look at this. We see it all over AliExpress, so it's been haunting me. Thought, man, we'll take a look and see who this device is actually for. Let me know what you think down in the comment section down below. Maybe this is the right device for you. Maybe you haven't gotten a retro emulation yet, and you just want to spend a few bucks, not a whole lot of money, and just see if it's going to be the right thing for you, because all you've played on is maybe, you know, those crappy ones you get out of a vending machine or something. You don't know what the value is of a device that can do a little bit more. Anyways, that's all I got for today. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, share this video with your friends, because sharing is caring, and we know we care about each other here, so it's very important. Anyways, that's all I got for you. Bye-bye! Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end. If you haven't already, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. At least, you know, if you're interested and want to see other content that I made. And besides that, YouTube decided that there's a couple other videos you might like, and they put them up here on the screen for you. So check one of those things out. Maybe you'll find something you like even more. Anyways, I'm out. Bye.